Today we're going to make a rolling tray that does not have to be epoxy if you do not want it to be. Okay, so what I did here, I got an image of my choice, and I am going to slice it in half. So I'm going to go to shapes. And I'm going to cross half of it. Go to action after I highlight all of it. Go to action and go to slice. And then you just remove the gray box. And you highlight both of them. Do not take them apart. Go to edit. Okay. So once you slice, you'll highlight them all together. And then you want the width to be 9.27. The height to be 12.5. And then you go to print. Like make it. And then it should look this big. Like that. It'll be sliced in half. Make sure you slice it even in half. But if you don't, then that's the size you have to do. If you don't slice it, if you don't slice it even, that's the measurements that you'll have to do. But if you slice it even, the width should be 9.27, 13.3 height. If you slice it even, but see, I sliced it uneven, so mine had to be 12.5, but still the same. It's just gonna be a full covered picture tray. So I already got the images of my choice. I printed it out on. Avery shipping label is you just want to cut right here, close as you can to the other one that's line that's sliced. Okay. And you're gonna do the same with this one right here. Just cut off that little piece so you can line it up just right to the next one. Okay. So now you just take your tray. You're going to place it where you want it to go. You want to make sure that the red part is like hanging wherever you want it to go. And you're just going to lift it a little bit, and then you're going to start pushing your paper down a little at a time in the center. Like holding it at the same time, like holding it like this and lifting it up, and then pushing. Take your time and just keep pulling it up a little bit, pulling it up and out so it can come up, and then you're just going around smashing it in to the deep curls of it, like in the holes. Make sure there ain't no air bubbles, so just try to lift it and push. Okay, and if it's down like you want it to be, just go ahead and lay it flat. Try not to get so many wrinkles on it, and then you just kind of mash this part down. And see how you get that little crease? That's how you're gonna be able to get the perfect cut too. Okay, and we're just gonna let it hang out like flat like that. Just gonna make sure you got everything down, no air bubbles, everything down in the crease. We're gonna start with the next one, and you're gonna line it up on top of each other, or as close as you can get it to each other. Okay. Well, just Take the backing off like you did the last one. And take your time with it. I got a little anxiety problem where I don't know how to go slow. So just kind of bend it and try to find the exact spot it's supposed to be. And let it fall. Be lifting. Don't let it go down too much. Just kind of lift. Like be lifting, and then get the air bubbles out the center part first. And it is tedious now. It's kind of, go ahead and lay your sides down right here on the middle. And then just kind of keep lifting. See how I'm lifting it? Don't let it stick. Just lift and work your area at a time. Make sure no air bubbles. Just kind of lift. Don't lift too hard because this shipping label, once you put it down, it's a wrap. So just work your way with each area. And you can kind of pull it, but not too tough. Keep going on around the corner. Make sure you don't feel no air. Make sure you're trying to get into the crease. Just hold this up. Don't let all of it fall at one time. So just work it a little at a time. You see me lifting? And as I lift, I push. I push it in. Push it all into the creases and the dips. You see it? It's coming together. You just gotta pull and rub. Now make sure everything is in the creases really good. On top. Okay. And then make sure this paper here is together real good. You gotta make sure they stick together. Okay. And if everything looking creased up for you and looking good, then that's good. You just go ahead and you get your transfer tape, which I got this from Walmart. Got the little duck on it. Got it at the kitchen section. It's called the Easy Liner. So I'm gonna cut that little piece off because that little piece wrinkled. You don't want it to be wrinkled. So you got a little wrinkle piece. I don't cut that off there. You don't want that. So what you want to do is get enough to cover all the paper that you got hanging, because you got to cut it together. So you lay it and measure it there, and you just cut off what you need. Okay. Damn plastic there. And I'm just going to pray for the best. And then it did get a little wrinkle on it just then. But we're just going to work with it. Just pull the backing off this paper here. Okay. And then you just fold it like this. And you drop it in the middle. And you like hold it like you did the regular paper, like lift it. Then be, you know, meshing it in there. Take your time. We're trying not to get no bubbles in it. So just hold it up. Don't let all of it get like where it's supposed to be. And just take your time and work it. So be lifting it and smoothing it. You know, so get like a scraper thingy. Take your time. You don't want no air bubbles. And then you just gonna lay your pieces down at a time onto the paper. You gotta be connected to the paper. That's why I said do it all together. So smooth the tape onto the paper. See, I'm smoothing it onto the paper like this. You want it stuck to the paper. That's all I'm doing, is smoothing it to the paper. Okay. You gotta make sure there's no air bubbles. So make sure that paper is laying down, the tape is laying down in the corners before you start mashing it onto the paper. If you get a little error between it, then always go back, lift it a little bit, and push it down. And if you get too many in there, you can always poke a hole and then mash it down. Okay. Yeah. What y'all think? Just keep working it. Get you a scraper and work your color. I don't have one, so I had to use my hands. And just work that tape onto that paper to make it like, get this like bend look. So that way when you cut, it's gonna cut together. Make sure you got some good scissors too, because I don't know if mine is that good, but we're gonna find out. A lot of work. All I'm trying to do is get it to that paper. You guys got bad hands a couple times. So mine is hurting because it's some elbow grease got to be done. Find your good cut spot, like up the middle. Okay, you see I got a cut. So cut it as close as you can to that tray. Make sure you got some real good scissors too though. See that? See? So we just gotta cut this little bit here. But I'll catch that back on the other side. And it's like this. So get your scissors and going around. Okay. So just gotta trim a little more right here, right here. That's why I say make sure you got some real good skinny scissors. Okay. Okay. You can epoxy your tray if you like. So this is what I look like when I get through. Okay. Just make sure your paper is on there. You see, that's why I say put it all over. That way when you cut it, it'll be all together. You see nothing else like flaw? See no flaw? So put it all together. Shipping labels look dull to me, but you see it. You see it, don't you? Y'all have a blessing. My fingerprints all over it. But yeah, this is roller tray no epoxy. So if you want to do that, you can. Now, how long they last, I don't know. I don't smoke, so if you're a smoker, won't you test it out and see how long it lasts for you. Y'all have a blessing.